One of my friends asked me recently for a checklist to start an online business. And so this is the video. So if you're watching, friend, this is for you. The first thing you need for your company is your name. And next to that name, number two, is the vision for the company. So your reason, your why, in terms of why do you want to make the company? What is the purpose of the company? The third thing is defining who your customers are. What are their needs? What are the solutions that you're trying to solve for them? So those are the first three. Now that you've got your name and some of the vision and some of the purpose, you need the domain name. Now you may think, oh, why do I have to go into the tech stuff right away? Well, you're building an online business. Whether you like it or not, even if it's an offline business, I would still recommend you having the domain name at a minimum. Buy the domain name, even if you don't put up a website yet, just reserve the name. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to register a company yet. I'm just saying buy the domain name so at least you've got the name reserved. With the name and with the domain name now, you now have a finalized name. Because you might think of a name that is not available as a domain name, right? You might think of a name that is maybe too expensive as a domain name. Take that name and create all the social media accounts. Whether you intend using them or not, just create the names on all of them. And so here's the list: Facebook page, Snapchat, Instagram, LinkedIn page, YouTube channel, possibly a Medium account if you're an artist or some sort of a designer, a Behance account with that name, a Twitter account with that name. On LinkedIn, it's going to be a LinkedIn company page, and on Facebook, it's going to be a Facebook page, business page. Those are the big ones, and of course Pinterest. Those are all the big ones. Make sure you just reserve the name, even if you're going to be using or not using all of those channels right in the beginning. If your business has a physical address, which most likely it will, have it registered on Google My Business. So obviously with Google My Business, you're going to use a Gmail email address, and you can use a private, sort of a normal gmail.com email address. You don't necessarily need an email address attached to your domain name yet, but have that Google My Business page registered and up and running immediately. What that's going to do, Google is going to email you, or they're going to SMS you to verify, or they're going to contact you somehow to verify your business, to verify that it's real, to verify that there's a real person behind it. They'll probably post you something. In the country that I stay in, Thailand, they posted me a physical document that says, hey, thank you for registering your business on Google My Business. Here's the verification code. You log back into the system, you put the verification code in, and then now you're officially a registered business on Google My Business. There may be other business directories that you may need to register on, and you know what those are, so go ahead and register those. Another thing you need to do for your online business, I mentioned email, but eventually you will need an email account. Now, people will say, yeah, but you have a Gmail account. A Gmail free account has certain limitations, and while it's functional, it can work for you as a business or in your business. Having a professional domain name email address gives you that little extra edge. You may not, your clients may not say anything about it. This is one of those unwritten business rules online. But when you're communicating from a domain name, there's certain things, there's a level of status that comes along with it. And it's a level of professionalism that I think you need to say that, hey, you're serious and this is a business. You've spent the time, you've spent a little bit of money to have that email account working. Once you've got sort of the structure, and you maybe your products, or maybe the services that you're going to deliver on, start working on your website design. You don't have to do it yourself. You can get somebody to help design the site for you. There are also loads of templates available online. Find stock images, or create images, or get a photographer to take pictures of you if you're the face of the business, if it's a personal brand. So the digital assets you need is obviously sort of a logo for your website, which is also going to be used on all your social media channels for profile images. Now, a logo is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of branding. And of course, I mentioned this, your why and your vision, your mission. There's also the story that comes along with, and there's a lot of sort of background things that need to happen when it comes to building a business, and actually creating a compelling reason for people to interact with your business. But that needs to translate into the branding of the company. And one of the elements of branding, like I said, is the logo. Then you're going to create all your images for your Facebook page. So, you've got the little header that needs to go above on the Facebook page profile, you've got, you know, the Snapchat logo that's going to go up there. You're going to have the LinkedIn business profile page that's going to have a header, the Twitter header, that even Google My Business is going to require some images, a little bit of content. Once you've collected all of those assets and you've got your designer, or you're going to create those things yourself, start uploading all of those things immediately to those social profiles. So while your website is being designed or being built, and you've got your messaging kind of sorted out, you've got your name, you've got your profiles, you've got some digital assets, you've got the branding, you've got your colors, and start creating the following accounts. Google Analytics. If you intend using Facebook ads, go to business.facebook.com, create the Facebook pixel in your Facebook Ads Manager. Another account that you need is Google Ads. Again, if you're going to be doing Google advertising at some point, even if it's a later date, a year, 2 years down the line, whenever, just have that Google Ads account ready for you, and have the tracking codes and the remarketing codes ready so that it's on your website. You don't have to worry about it once it's there. If you decide to ever advertise, that asset, that code, and the data that is associated with that code will be handy, will be useful for your business later on. Another thing you need when it comes to running an online business is a way for your website to communicate to you. So when people fill in a contact form, or they are looking for information, maybe you have a phone number on your website, so they're going to call you directly, fine. But if you have some sort of a contact form on your website, or maybe you decide to put up an email newsletter, you want to wait for the website to communicate with you, and so you need the website to be able to send you notifications. So make sure that that function is available on your website, and it's tested, and that it's working. From a marketing point of view, is an email list. So you're going to maybe use a free MailChimp account, or maybe using a tool like ConvertKit or ActiveCampaign or any of these other email marketing tools to actually, when people subscribe to a newsletter, that you start collecting this list, and so you can start sending them emails. Email is a great way to market what you do, but also tell a story about what you do. People who come to your website who subscribe to these things have shown an interest in you, have shown an interest in what you do. They want more information. They've engaged and they've opted in. It's the same thing with a Facebook page. When people follow you on your Facebook page, they're looking for more information. They're following you because they like what they see and they're looking for more information. Same thing on Instagram. Another thing I would suggest, and this is now going very deep into sort of the rabbit hole of actually running and creating an online business, is to start posting on social media. You have the accounts created, and you want a few followers, you want a few fans, you want a few people coming to your website. So start posting. Put together a content strategy, a content plan, and yeah, that's going to help you, because for people who are liking your posts, liking your Instagram posts, liking your videos, possibly, that's your mechanism to getting your word out. The social media and the organic sort of way of doing things is definitely a long-term play, and something you need to keep in mind. And I think that's it. That covers pretty much most of what you need as a checklist of all the things that you need. I'm going to have all of these items listed below in the description, and where I've mentioned a tool here or there, I will link to those tools in the description. Some of those links will be affiliate links, which because I'm a partner or I'm an affiliate to those companies, I will get a little bit of a kickback if you decide to subscribe or try those things out. I have not been sponsored by anybody to make this video. So with that being said, thank you so much. If you like this video, hit the like button. And let me know in the comments sort of if I've left anything out, if you recommend anything else, if there's a platform that I missed maybe. And again, it depends on, what your business is about. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you liked it. I really, really enjoyed making this video for you guys. And to my friend, thank you for asking the question. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.